On Global TV News Express, President Tinubu reaffirms democratic commitment. In Business, CBN debunks report on the BDC recapitalization deadline. And on the foreign scene, India extends deepest condolences after plane crash incident. And in sports, Ucheme to headline second PFL Africa showdown. Hello and welcome to all our viewers in Nigeria and around the world to News Express on Global Television. Coming to you live from the nation's capital, Abuja. I am Jumai Manson. A quick reminder that Global Television is on DSTV channel 365 and Star Times channel 276. You can download the Global TV Nigeria mobile app for Android and iOS devices to keep track of our broadcast and on the news in full. President Bola Tinubu has reaffirmed his administration's dedication to democratic governance as Nigeria marks 26 years of uninterrupted civilian rule. Speaking at a joint session of the National Assembly, the president hailed June 12 as a symbol of national resilience and justice. He also honored Chief Moshood Abiola and other pro-democracy heroes, while dismissing fears of a one-party state, assuring Nigerians of a thriving multi-party system. Queen Agaba has details.
At this point, I plead for your indulgence so that I may put a terrible rumor to bed. To those who ring the alarm that the APC is intent on a one-party state, I offer you a most personal promise. While your alarm may be as a result of their panic, it rings an error. At no time in the past, nor any instance in the present, and at no future junction, shall I view the notion of one-party state as good for Nigeria.
The president emphasized youth empowerment, digital infrastructure, and industrial growth as key priorities, and praised the National Assembly and Armed Forces for their continued support, while calling on all Nigerians to uphold the core values of June 12, freedom, equity, and accountability as the country charts a course towards progress.
Our administration is fully committed to boosting the economy and productive base through investment in critical infrastructure, roads, expansion of port operations, rail, and power. We are creating a new environment in which industry and manufacturing can thrive.
The President of the Senate, in his remarks, framed the event as a symbol of national unity, institutional synergies, and constitutional development, while affirming executive and legislative collaboration.
President of the Senate, I reaffirm the unwavering commitment of the 10th National Assembly to the cause of the Nigerian people. We must continue to champion every policy that uplifts the poor, empowers our youth, strengthens our economy, and defend the dignity of every citizen of this nation.
Emphasizing inclusive democracy, the Speaker of the House of Reps, Tajuddin Abbas, says the National Assembly has served as the guardian of our democratic institutions, while spotlighting active citizen engagement and a robust legislative agenda aligned with economic, constitutional, and participatory reforms.
Our determination is unequivocal to expedite and finalize the constitutional amendment process by December 2025. Some of our priorities include special reserved seats for women, formal constitutional roles for traditional rulers, and legal backing for a 35% affirmative action gender policy.
As Nigeria celebrates 26 years of democracy, President Tinubu's commitment to democratic governance and development is a promising step forward. For Global Television, Queen Agaba reporting.
As Nigeria marks June 12 Democracy Day, citizens across the country are reflecting on the state of the nation's democracy. From economic challenges to resilient hope for better governance, the day evokes both reflection and renewed expectations. Our correspondent Priscilla Obasi took to the streets of Abuja to find out how Nigerians feel about the journey so far, reflecting on the country's democratic struggles and the aspirations. Her report.
Democracy Day was originally celebrated on May 29th. The day civilian rule was restored in 1999. But in 2018, the federal government declared June 12 the new date of the Democracy Day, beginning from 2019, in honor of Chief MKO Abiola and the historic 1993 presidential election, widely regarded as Nigeria's freest and fairest elections. As Nigeria prepares to mark the June 12th Democracy Day, we are on the streets of Abuja to hear directly from citizens to find out how Nigerians feel about the Democracy Day. Has it delivered on its promises, and what are the hopes moving forward? Here's what they have to say.
June 12th is not worth celebrating, you know. A lot of things, Nigeria right now is upside down. A lot of things are happening, you know, no structure. Imagine the children, the primary children, they are still at home doing nothing, no school. What is government doing about it? They're on strike. Our children are at home doing nothing. They are not going to school for a full term, no school, nothing. They're just at home doing nothing. Is it fair? And we're here saying that we want to celebrate June 12th. Celebrate what exactly? The children are the future of the children are the future. So if you can't take them as priority, what is even June 12 worth celebrating? It's nothing.
Democracy in Nigeria is a mirage. We're talking about freedom. People say the modern democracy, there is freedom. Freedom of what? When people are hungry, where is the freedom? Are we free from poverty? Until we are free from poverty, we are free from dependency, we are free from, say, malaria fever, mosquito bite. Until we are free from those things, even though there is no freedom. The true freedom is the freedom for people to be happy while they have leader.
Sense. And I really do not think democracy is working in Nigeria. First and first, based on our educational definition of democracy, the government of the people, by the people, and for the people. Nigeria specifically, this government is not for the people. It's basically for a certain category of people. And is democracy working in Nigeria? Hell no. Nigeria does no longer practice a democratic system of government. It's now a handing over system. I think a particular minister was speaking in Lagos some weeks ago, and he was talking about handing over. If you want to hand over power to somebody. So now they are no longer practicing democracy. They are now practicing a system called handing over, where this sitting governor already knows who he wants to give the position to in the next. You understand? When this time is over, he already knows who he wants to give the the seat to. So our vote doesn't count, our voice doesn't count. Democracy is dead in Nigeria, and it's not existing. So Nigeria does not practice a democratic system. We practice a handing over or godfatherism, or I know you, I know. That's what Nigeria is all about now.
If I should speak to Nigerian leaders, whoever that were elected to the office, I'll tell them that there should be personal sacrifice. Instead, they keep on amassing wealth, and the masses are suffering. So I will ask them to make a personal sacrifice so that the masses will have the dividend of democracy.
I feel democracy means to me the people freely expressing how they feel, and then seeing that the government are paying attention and also doing the things that the masses have said they should do. That's democracy to me. That is government paying attention to the cries of the citizens, basically.
I haven't seen the results of democracy working so far. For me, because I'm not really an outside person, but I could say in some cases, let's say probably administrations and offices, I think they are getting better now than before. But aside that, I don't think I've seen any other thing.
Those are the voices of Nigerians sharing their thoughts on Democracy Day. From hope to criticism, one thing that is clear is that citizens are aware and are ready to hold their leaders accountable. As the nation marks the June 12 celebration, the question remains, can Nigeria democracy continue to grow strong and truly deliver for the people? From Abuja, I am Priscilla Obasi, reporting for Global Television.
As Nigeria observes Democracy Day, a day set aside to reflect on the country's journey under civilian rule, questions continue to arise about the true impact of democracy on everyday Nigerians. 26 years after the rerun to democratic governance in 1999, how are citizens feeling about the state of the nation? Our correspondent Amarachi Ibe reports from Owerri.
Democracy Day, now marked on June 12, commemorates the historic 1993 presidential election, widely regarded as Nigeria's freest and fairest, and honors the struggle for democratic governance. While the government celebrates milestones, many residents here says democracy is here to deliver meaningful change in their lives.
Since the 25 years of democracy in this country, there have been no impartation. Life still remains stagnant. People are suffering. You can see how everywhere looks like. Insecurity, so many things not to mention.
For some, democracy is a simple word, not a lived reality.
For 25 years, the trouble we have in Nigeria is that the real people, the masses, are not being carried along. What do I mean? The things that are supposed to get to the masses, the poor people, are not getting to them. The bourgeois, the capitalists, the rich, the mighty, they hang it on the up. The thing doesn't get down. So, and that is the challenge you have. Democracy is democracy if the people who are supposed to benefit are benefiting.
So democracy, they were supposed to be happy, but the way the economy is affecting everybody. This fuel subsidy, our president should listen to the masses and try to bring it down. Let him bring the fuel subsidy down. Let him help the masses. We are suffering. We are suffering in the country. That's all I will say for now.
Others agree that democratic rule is better than military rule, but says progress has been too slow and often unfair.
Stop fooling ourselves. There is nothing like democracy in this place. Nigeria as a whole, there is nothing like democracy. Let me just tell you the truth. So I don't have anything to say other than to say there is nothing like democracy. Them themselves, they know the truth. There is nothing like democracy. If they say there is democracy, left for them. But for me, there is no democracy.
As Nigeria continues on this democratic journey, the hope of the people remains unchanged. Good governance, accountability, and a country that works for everyone. Happy Democracy Day, Nigerians. From Owerri, Amarachi Ibe, reporting for Global TV News.
The Minister of Foreign Affairs, Ambassador Yusuf Tuggar, has described the country's democratic system as a source of stability in West Africa, positioning it as a model for the region in rising political upheavals. In a statement issued by spokesperson Abkassan Abdul Kadri to mark Democracy Day, Tuggar said Nigeria continues to uphold democratic principles through regular elections, peaceful transition of power, and adherence to constitutional order, despite widespread democratic setbacks across the sub-region. He noted that the country's commitment to electoral accountability, civic participation, and the rule of law has helped preserve internal stability and projected Nigeria as a reliable democratic partner. Over now to Rivers State's Governor Siminalayi Fubara has pledged unwavering commitment to democratic principles, vowing to uphold the rule of law and promote inclusive governance in the state. Speaking at Democracy Day address from Port Harcourt, Governor Fubara reflected on Nigeria's 26 years of uninterrupted democracy, calling for unity and collective resolve amid recent political upheavals in the state. Siminalayi stated that the future of Rivers State depends on the people's ability to work together, innovate, and push forward with shared goals. He encouraged every citizen to take an active role in creating a peaceful and united society, one built on healing, mutual understanding, and a shared vision for long-term development. June 12th of every year is now observed as the Nigeria's Democracy Day to remember the successes of the nation's democracy. In Kano State, no celebration was held as residents were seen going about their daily business, even though the day is declared as a public holiday. Governor Basi Oti of Cross River State has reaffirmed his unwavering commitment to upholding the tenets of democracy and providing tangible benefits to the people of the state. In a statement in Calabar in commemoration of the Nigerian Democracy Day, Otu facilitated President Bola Tinubu, Vice President Senator Kashim Shettima, and Senate President Senator Godswill Akpabio on this significant occasion, calling on leaders to renew their dedication to democratic values. He further explained that democracy is more than just elections, adding that it is a system of government that guarantees fundamental human rights, equality, and the rule of law. From Sokoto comes a report on 26 years of uninterrupted democracy. In this special report, our correspondent Lawal Aliyu examines Nigeria's democratic journey, incorporating perspectives from various stakeholders. The report. We apologize. That report will be brought in our subsequent bulletin. Troops of the mobile strike team under Operation Fasanyama have killed a notorious terrorist kingpin known as Auta and at least 14 of his associates during a decisive offensive in the Say local government area of Zamfara State, which took place around Kuchim Kalgo town, led to the death of Auta alongside his close aides Abdul Jamilu and Salisu. A statement released by the Director of Defense Media Operations, Major General Mukus Kenge, says Auta and his fighters had long been responsible for a string of violent attacks and terror activities in the region. The lawmaker representing Edo North, Senator Adams Oshomole, has denied allegations that he disrupted Air Peace operations after missing a flight, asserting that he stood against systematic extortion and poor customer service by the airline. Oshomole, a former Edo State governor, addressed journalists on the issue in Abuja. Over now to Ramsey Enoch Agbo. He has more.
Then the manager came out. Your Excellency, sir. How are you? I said, I'm not fine. Okay, don't worry. I will sort you out. Because I said, no. Anything you want to do it for everyone. Because how will you sort me out? Even those I met there, who came before me, you are asking them to pay more money. Even for the next flight, well, they told me they have another flight for 8:30. So, if I want to be typical person, Nigeria big man, my face alone is identity. They sort, quote, I said, don't sort me out. Don't extend any courtesy to me. Don't extend any privilege to me. Just enforce my right. And if enforcing right means I'm causing trouble, I will want to cause trouble forever.
The lawmaker representing Edo North, Senator Adams Oshomole, explained that he arrived on time, had checked in online and was denied boarding, while the airline sold tickets on the spot at inflated prices, disadvantaging passengers who booked earlier at lower rates. Oshomole highlighted cases where passengers, including a woman with a baby, were refused boarding despite the plane still being on the ground, while others bought tickets at much higher prices. He refused preferential treatment, insisting that his rights and those of ordinary Nigerians be respected equally, and intervened only when stranded passengers began to protest.
They informed him at 5 a.m. that the check-in will close at 45 minutes before departure, no longer 30 minutes. So I asked the regulator, NACA, is the airline at liberty to change the terms of the contract 1 hour before execution? Because if the flight was meant for 6:30, and checking in to close by 6 o'clock, and you are sending notices out by 5 o'clock, that is 1 hour. You are changing the contract. How can people reorganize their travels? Even if they have chopper that they can overcome traffic. So it's just not right.
What did they ask you to pay?
Look at the time I called Angela. 0557.
I was here, I saw you. How much more did they ask you to pay?
No, for me to enter the second flight, I'm going to pay almost 100 and something thousand. Almost 100 and something thousand for me to enter the second flight. And I was here 6:06. I was here, some people were checking in and they said that they online, the network was so bad, terrible. That the portal was not opening for you to check in online. I told them, this baby have been student for me. I can show you the identity notes. I couldn't even do anything. Since 5 a.m., she has been student and vomiting. We're rushing so that we can go to the hospital.
Air Peace, on the other hand, accused Oshomole of arriving late for the flight and engaging in violent and destructive behavior, including physically assaulting staff and barricading the terminal entrance, which obstructed other passengers and disrupted airport operations. The airline maintained that boarding had closed in line with their policy and expressed regret over the senator's conduct, emphasizing their commitment to safety, discipline, and respect for due process.
Over now to Sokoto State comes a report on 26 years of uninterrupted democracy. Now, in this special report, correspondent Lawal Aliyu examines Nigeria's democratic journey, incorporating perspectives from various stakeholders. The report.
Since 1999, Nigeria has conducted multiple general elections, bringing leadership changes and governance reforms. However, electoral transparency and credibility remain key concerns. Are Nigerians truly experiencing the benefit of democracy?
One of the noticeable challenges is in the education sector. We all attend public schools, but today, quality education often feels out of reach, unless a child is enrolled in a private institution. Public schools once provide a strong foundation, but now, not every child in these schools can truly benefit from their education.
We have issues like the increasing rate of corruption, godfatherism is on the rise. We also have the issue of banditry and also terrorism in the northeast.
So going to the health sector, of course, we are still talking about the primary health care. It's a very, very important aspect of the health system in the country. This is where the preventive and promotive part of the health care are being delivered. And this plays a very great role in the health of the entire country and the nation in general.
In some countries, especially other African countries, you can see that they cannot conduct elections regularly, and then also there is military intervention.
However, Bashir Abubakar Sarkin Hausa of the APC believes there is a cause for celebration of uninterrupted democracy in Nigeria.
Regime after regime, government after government, there are a lot of progress. This is to tell you, we chooses democracy, the military rule, because in democracy you can voice out your needs, and the government must listen to you.
Despite the progress highlighted, Naomi Kambenda, a concerned citizen in Sokoto, emphasized that patriotic leadership is crucial for democracy to flourish in the country.
So the thing is, we need to sort out patriotic Nigerians, those who really care about Nigeria, not those who plan to make their pockets big from whatever they get occupying public offices. I think it's time we look within and let's be honest with ourselves.
Dr. Awal Musa suggests that strengthening institutions such as the Electoral Commission, judiciary, and police will enhance democracy in Nigeria.
We have to strengthen institutions like the INEC. We have to strengthen institutions like the police to let the police know their roles during elections. And then we also need to create awareness to the electorate, the masses, you understand, to know their rights, to know what they need to do during elections.
Despite democratic governance, Nigeria continues to grapple with insecurity, including insurgency, banditry, and ethnic conflicts. Economic development has been rough, while sectors like telecommunications have flourished. Others, such as infrastructure and job creation, lag behind. From Sokoto, Lawal Aliyu, Global TV News.
You're watching the live broadcast of News Express. We're going on a quick break. The News Express continues shortly. Stay tuned. You're welcome back, and if you're just tuning in, this is News Express on Global Television. In sports now, Nigerians Patrick Ocheme will headline the second Professional Fighters League Africa event when he takes on Guinea Mohamed Kamara in a featherweight first-round bout on August 9th at the Big Top Arena, Carnival City in Johannesburg, South Africa. And that's it on Global TV News Express. A quick reminder that Global TV is on DSTV channel 365 and Star Times channel 276. Kindly follow us across all social media platforms now showing on your screen by using @Global TV NG. You know, you can download the Global TV Nigeria mobile app for Android and iOS devices to keep track of our broadcast. I am Jumai Manson. Thank you for watching. Happy democracy.